Hi and good evening. Welcome, folks. Welcome to Growing Shadows, our Ninja Crusade 2nd Edition actual play by Third Eye Games. Tonight's game comes with our standard warning, which is these games involve concepts of war, possible death, peril, as well as harm to children. But these are going to be in the vein of shows such as Stranger Things, Goonies, Naruto. And so, if you're sensitive to these kind of topics being role played out, this show may not be for you. So that's going to be our standard warning for tonight. Right now, I also want to go ahead and make a couple of announcements, and that is we have we have a friend who has a Kickstarter going, Todd Crapper, who helped do the logo for this show, is right now has a Kickstarter called Vision Layers, which helps to provide tools for new levels of accessibility within tabletop RPG books. One of those books is Ninja Crusade 2nd Edition, which is the game we're playing. And I think it's great that any opportunity to get new fans and bring new people into the hobby, or just to be able to provide the tools so that they can be successful in the hobby, I think that's great. So be sure to go and check it out. I know that it has already funded, and as it continues to fund, he's adding more books to it and talking to more people and getting more things going with it. If anything, go check out the video that he has on his Kickstarter page because it gives a lot of explanation into what vision layers mean. And so definitely want to say that. But other than that, I also want to say we are doing a rebroadcast for this show on Thanksgiving. So if you are watching on Thanksgiving on Thursday, or also as we call Indigenous Pride Day, or however it is that you choose to celebrate that holiday, we hope that you're having a great time
Or if you're
and enjoying
somewhere,
yourselves.
where that day's not celebrated at all.
Yeah,
We just like that you're here on Thursday. So
yeah. And so just tossing that out, but we're going to go ahead and roll our intro and we'll be right back with you.
Ready for this? Jumping that beat, little time for slowing. Just like these devils, let's start growing. I'm rushing the keys and now I'm glowing. And look at the time, you the hand, you can find toys from the past. The spring ain't out, and I feel always trying to. Gonna see it through. Growing up, thing to the village of Denketsu. Denketsu.
All right, well, we are back. So tonight we're going to be getting into the game pretty quick because depending on the situation, which kind of gives way to always is with tabletop RPGs, this could be an either short session or a long session, but it really depends on how my players are going to approach the problem they face. So let's go ahead and get into it. When last we left our intrepid group of ninjas, they had infiltrated the village that makes up part of the city of Heiminmu, right outside of the governor's castle. There, they made a few contacts, including the headmaster of a structure called the Academy, where children are being held against their will, as well as a local tavern owner named Sakura and a possible leader of a local underground. So that night, after many of our team had been out exploring the village earlier in the day, that night, as the sound of the village quiets, you continue to hear the sound of distant rhythmic hammering and the smell of earthly smoke from coal coming from the labor camp area that waits behind large walls protected by cannons, both facing in and out. It is quite likely that no one is going to be getting any sleep tonight. That said. So, guys, what are we doing? I know we had. Yeah.
we're at nighttime.
this is
We had come back to the house. We were discussing what we were going to do.
and we
my
had
plan-
7 karma,
Woo!
and I made you let us keep it because we got it all really
Oh, that is a good point. Where are we at on subscribers right this moment?
Yeah, give me a second. It's harder than it should be to find out. Last I checked, Greg actually gifted 5 subscribers on Thursday during our Illuminated Page show. So I think that might have brought us back up around 40, but let me see here.
Okay.
Go ahead and continue for now. I was just going to say, I did have written down that we had 7 karma. So
just so we can keep rolling with everything, I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and say that divided in half, we're going to do 4 rerolls and 4 extra karma.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
So you said
It-
4 rerolls and 4 extra karma?
Yep.
Okay, so here's 4. That's 5. 4 rerolls. 4 extra karma.
Yeah.
On top of the
And so-
7 from last week?
Yeah. And so to our players or to our guests out there, your subscriptions directly affect things that my players are given at the beginning of the
Karma.
show. And also, throughout the show, you will have the opportunity to use channel points to give rerolls, which is called This Dice is Cocked, amongst other things. What are some of the other ones we have?
For this show, I mean, we have some that are specific to our Illuminated Page show, but for this show, we have Dice Was Cocked, and then we also have Karma for the players is sitting at 500 channel points, or Cthulhu's, and then GM Karma is sitting at 501 Cthulhu's. And we are right at 40 subscribers, so we are sitting at
There we
11,
go.
11 Karma, y'all.
Perfect.
Oof.
Awesome. And thank you to all our subscribers out there.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. So it is evening, and I know that y'all were sharing information when the group came back with information from the tavern, the selling of the children's toys, which will be delivered tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And then also, I know that one of your group made contact with the local underground and got a little bit more information. And so you have all held up inside of a house, finding one that was vacant and a yard or area, common area, large enough that you could pull the cart and donkey into it. So that, for the most part, unless people directly look in, nobody really is going to realize that there's anybody there.
Right. Sounds good.
All right. So now we got all that out of the way. Sorry about that, guys.
Jeez. So yeah, so I think our sneaky friends were gonna go sneak.
Okay.
Oh, Ranto, you're quiet again.
She knows.
There you
Well,
go.
there
Okay,
you
good.
There she is.
About how late into the evening is it?
So we're going to say that the sun is just now going down.
Okay. Because it's my thought that if we wait a little bit longer and wait for stores to close and people to go to sleep, we can hit up that apothecary and just kind of do a little very
Sure.
polite breaking and entering and see if we can find further evidence to solidify that that our suspect, Guro, right?
Yeah, Igurashi Juro.
Might be behind the poisonings.
All right.
Yes.
So is anybody going to go out before sundown? I mean, is everybody going to
Well,
wait until night?
I already. It was nighttime when we left off because I went to the tavern after, like, at dinner,
You did, but I
and I
figured
was
that
there
that
for
was
a few
still...
hours. I thought.
Okay.
Because I talked to all those people, bought those guys drinks,
Mhm.
and then talked to the headmaster and paid for his meal or something.
Yes, you had. But I figured that would have been about 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
I think the sun's
So-
probably down around
It's
then.
it's at least coming down at
Yeah,
that point.
it's
depends
gonna
on what
be.
time of year it is.
It's more than dusk by then.
Okay.
I don't know what the sun does in your part of the country, John, but around here,
Whatever the GM wants it to.
that's right. Oh,
All right. Whoop.
we lost your mic again because your camera floppied.
New equipment.
Dynamic camera angles.
Now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yep.
can hear you.
I don't know why it's doing that so bad this time. Okay. We'll just try to smush everything in there a little bit more.
I wonder if your USB.
Yeah,
drive is-
I'd like to. Could be. I'd like to wait till like sleepy time when people are,
Sure.
conked out.
Yeah. Well, when I came back, and then because we were also waiting for guy to come back too. So when I came back, we all had a powwow when we all got back together.
Mhm.
So we woke you guys up to divulge information. So I think we can. I think it. I don't know, GM. I think we should just probably say it's nighttime.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Well, it's if nobody was going out during dusk, then I was going to say so. Night falls, and the opportunity to sneak out of town into the shadows is available.
Okay. And that also gives us time, like, even if it's not quite like bedtime yet for most people, we can still, narrow down a route to get in and out.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were even talking about how you could kind of blend in with the walls. You just kind of be a heap of dirt. That was kind of your description, I think.
Yeah. Well,
So
my go-to is just to crumple up and be a little stack of hay. But I think I'm pretty sneaky.
So are y'all going out as a team, or are y'all going to be
no,
breaking up into different, different goals?
I think a small team is good. Like if me and Takumi went, for instance, since he's our other sneaky guy, then that way we're at least there's backup.
And what about Chet? What is Chet going to be doing?
He's holding down the fort, like making sure if trouble comes to the house, we got someone there, awake and ready.
All right.
So here's a thought though. What if What if Chet went with you,
Mhm.
and then I went and I posted up on top of that piece of the wall that I had scouted out earlier, so that I could get a lay of the land inside of the palace grounds and see if there's any guards around or if we could move around freely with inside of the walls during the night.
Sure.
I don't think that's a great idea because I have no stealth. I would be detrimental. I went.
Then how about if Takumi wants to post up, then you can do that, and then I'll do the breaking and entering because I really want to break and enter somewhere. And then we'll just meet up.
Okay.
Okay. Is your pup going with you?
I don't think he's the most equipped for this job.
I'll watch him. We had a good time down at the pub.
I wish I had a good time with my pup.
He was perfect. It all went off without a hitch.
He
I
was a
know.
pub pup.
He was a pub.
He's a good pup. He's always perfect.
He sees you heading for the door and not calling for him. He kind of slumps down on the ground with a thud, his head on his paws, his ears flat to the sides, just looking up at you with those big eyes.
I go up to him and I say, "Listen, buddy, we're not really in our normal element here, so I'm gonna do some questionable acts. And next time we're doing something that doesn't require climbing through windows, you're up." Or keeping
And
Kyou company at a pub.
he does that, that doggy deep sigh. You think his jowl on one side kind of flaps, and he just lays over on his side.
Don't give me that look.
This is every 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons Beastmaster Ranger.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
have this
am.
cool
Yes.
animal, but I don't want you to go anywhere and get hurt.
that's right.
That's what I am. And then I go before I change my mind.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get some rolls done for y'all. How are y'all going about sneaking around the town? So, stealth would be probably smart, but are you trying to be fast using speed, maybe deception, or in the case of Takumi, uh, since you're trying to scale things and everything else, it would make sense for either travel or athletics.
Well, if I have to use stealth, it would be best for me to use speed. with the idea being if I am scaling anything, it's more of like a parkour kind of a thing. So it's more
Okay.
about momentum and less about strength.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get that roll then.
Okay. It's 2 and 4. One, two, 3 successes.
All right. You dart through town from shadow to shadow quickly and with little sound. You begin to make your way, running along stairwells as you get closer and closer to the edge of the castle. And like we said before, the walls of this castle are sloped. And so at one point, you aim into a corner and you begin to run up one side. And as it starts to bank into that other corner, you continue the rest of the way up and grab onto the ledge and pull yourself up. So for Ranto, what are you doing?
Um, since it would probably not be good to be little me seen by myself, I'd like to sneak throughout the town, but take advantage of my small size to utilize like spaces under wagons, hiding in tight corners, kind of just making my way from point A to point B using some wily coyote-esque dodging and hiding, little
Me.
bushes. I'll just take a barrel and put it on top of me.
That's right.
I'll just hiding in the smaller
Snack.
places and the small corners of shadows and things like that.
Okay. So that's
Um,
going to be stealth and what? Deception?
uh, I was wondering if I could get by using stealth and athletics.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be 4 and 4. 2,
You have
4.
a 4 in both of those?
And I'm going to say
Jeez.
difficulty at this point, staying along the streets and using shadows, you're looking at a 2.
Okay.
Would you like to use any karma with your 8 dice? We do.
Um,
We do
How
have.
greedy do you want to be?
No, let's see how this plays out. Let's see, that is 1, 2. 7's count, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, 3 successes.
All right.
3 successes? All
Yeah.
right. That's 1 over. So you stealthily make your way through the town, dodging what look to be very small light patrols, a few people moving, still closing up shop and going home. And you find yourself outside of what you believe to be the apothecary. A white structure, 2 stories. It seems to have a ledge separating the 2 stories with a roof on it. And so you're pretty sure you could get up there into the second floor if you so desired, but it also makes you wonder if maybe they also stay there
Mm-hmm.
on the second floor, if that's where the apothecary lives.
Are there any windows on the first floor?
Not really, no. There are, it looks to be shutters that are also barred. So you can open the
Oh,
shutters, but even under the shutters, it's barred beyond.
dang it. I don't think I could squeeze through that. Hang on. Okay. Now, is there a chimney?
Santa this.
I'm going to say for 2 karma, sure, there's a chimney.
Use it.
Okay, I'll use 2 karma so I can be Santa's little helper. And what I'll do is I'll scale up to the roof and shimmy down the chimney. And hopefully
All
it
right.
lands me on the first floor, not the second.
Well, that is definitely going to be an athletics.
Okay.
And again, you're trying not to be seen, so you're going to need that stealth.
Or heard, probably.
Let's see. That
and
is.
before you say anything,
Oh,
difficulty is a 3.
Do you
Okay.
want karma?
no. Because I rolled 2 10s and an 8
Nice.
and a 9. So that's 2,
6.
4, 6 successes.
Is that a boost?
Yeah, because it's 3
That
above.
is a boost.
Oh,
So-
chimney master.
You want to do it with a little bit of style?
You are Santa.
Yeah.
All right.
Santo.
You look around, and you're like, huh, this is easy. I'm good by myself. And you do a little cartwheel over
no.
to it looks like a drain pipe, monkey your way up, and push your way up onto the roof and run across the tiles on the edge and hop up on top of the chimney with barely a sound.
Man, I'm so cool. I like it.
Nobody was there to see it and will never believe you.
Gosh, I'm so brave.
Squirrel in a
I-
nearby
I'm-
tree just like pokes his head out with a 10.
Yeah, 3 of them.
I'm starting to learn how to rely on my own affirmation.
That's right.
No one is
Okay.
better than me.
My friends are lame.
Why do I even need those losers?
Yeah,
It should
why
just
am
be
I
the
even
Ranto
here?
show.
You're
I go
on
up
the
chimney.
chimney and you're looking down it.
Mhm.
And there's only slight wisps of smoke, but you don't feel necessarily any heat.
So it's probably been off for a while.
It's possible. It might still be hot. And with that, I also want to say, Takumi, you know what she's doing and where she's going. Would you like to try to spot her?
Sure.
Takumi saw me!
The,
Maybe.
might have.
the difficulty is going to be lowered 1. You rolled a 5, correct?
6.
6?
Who, me or Sam?
You.
I rolled 6, I think.
All right, so you've got to beat a 5 to spot her,
Okay.
or at least to see the cool thing she did.
Could I use perception and marksmanship? Kind of simulate the eagle eye of somebody who's trained with a bow?
Absolutely.
Tentacle Greg just gave a whole bunch of tier 1 subs.
Oh, hey, thank you.
Because
Thank
of
you very
that
much.
sweet trick I did.
Wow, thank you so much, Greg, for another 10.
Yeah,
we
thank you.
really appreciate your support. This is wonderful.
What did I need to hit?
A 5.
I got 4.
Nah.
Do you want to reroll?
Just
How
'cause it's the
badly do you
most
want to
important
see her?
role.
Spend a
To see
reroll.
Ranto?
Spend a reroll and a karma, and I'll let you reroll only 1 dice.
Does
I'll,
Kobe the...
I'm gonna that was cocked that. That way we're not spending one of our rerolls. I'm just using channel points.
Oh, there
And
you
Sam's
go.
sitting here like, I don't care that
Oh.
much.
So am I re-rolling all of my dice or one of them?
Technically, all of them, but I will let you spend another karma and only have to reroll 1.
Do you have like 1,000?
Sure.
Of them? It's not like we're gonna be doing anything difficult later, so why not just spend it?
I will re-roll a singular die to keep my 4 successes.
It's probably the most important role in the game.
Probably. This may break everything.
Mhm.
I got it.
There we go. You watch Ranto, this kind of meld out of the shadows, do the cartwheel, climb the side of the building so rapidly, sneak across the tiles, and leap onto the chimney.
Nah. It's alright.
It's alright. I'll take it.
It's pretty big.
That's fine.
So Ranto,
She does
what are
that
you
every
gonna
day.
do?
Oh,
You know, I'm
GM,
gonna
you get a
risk...
karma too.
Cool.
Sweet.
I'm gonna risk some hot toesies, and I'm gonna start shimmying down. And if I notice it starts to get hot, I'll just I'll slow and I'll gauge what I do next from there.
Okay. The walls of this chimney have been layered in terracotta, so it is both slick and hot. So you're looking at a 4 climbing down into this.
Let's see. I'm gonna say combating that with maybe athletics and would it be fortitude or might?
Either would work.
Okay, it's the same number for me either
Yeah.
way.
Fortitude would make more sense, but yeah.
We can say fortitude. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 2, 3, 4. I'm at 4. Oh wait, 5, 7. Yes, 5.
Awesome. So that's one over, and you scale down. You slide a few times, but you're very quiet while doing so, and it allows you to bypass some of the warmer patches. But then you reach the bottom floor and pause right before the hearth at the very, at the bottom, which is probably going to be where the heat emanates the most from.
How lit is
And-
it?
Huh?
How lit is it?
So
It is
lit.
So lit.
It's just the coals at this point,
Okay.
barely glowing, but
Those
coals
can still be hot.
Yeah.
Probably done some training where I had to walk across coals or something.
That works.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Probably-
spent all my time in the woods where there probably wasn't a lot of coal, but
Probably
Um,
got some like decent calluses to like.
that was my next thought,
Maybe.
actually. I'm constantly barefoot. I've probably got rocks for feet.
That's
cement
So,
shoes.
probably not untrue.
Yeah.
but I probably don't want to put my feet in coal and then walk across a floor. So what I'll do is I shimmy my hat off and kind of like put that under my feet and hold it and just let myself drop down and use that to cover my feet and then just step out and grab the hat so I can avoid making a mess.
Okay. If you want to make sure that there's no mess, I will say it's going to be a athletics stealth for 2.
Okay.
And I like that description. So go ahead and add 1 dice.
Ooh, I will do that. Okay, so 9 dice.
Surfing down a chimney.
The fearsome chimney. That is 1, 2. Okay, 2.
Okay. The sights and smells of an apothecary with shelves where dried herbs and jars are stored, several items hanging from the roof, just drying or just being stored in that fashion. The mortar pestle, and a few other items scattered about the room. Looks as if this guy probably does pretty good business.
Smells like grandma in here.
What was your grandma into?
Plants
That's
and
none of
lavender.
your business.
Don't ask questions.
Do we get rerolls for those 10 subs, John?
Yes, you do.
1?
Cool.
So
1 for 10?
that'll be for 10. That is 2 extras.
Sweet. Well, we're up to 6, folks.
Cool.
And 9 karma.
So
Yeah.
I'm guessing by the smells of everything, I've basically entered the main place of business.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna be looking for any sign of like drawers or a cupboard where paperwork specifically might be kept.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception and maybe intuition check.
Okay. This might be where it gets a little dicey, but let's see.
Those are not Ranto skills.
Those
Those are
I'm
Kyou
working
and-
on I'm working on it.
Yeah.
That is that's a 6. 1 success.
Do you wanna reroll?
find that is
We
an
have 6
opportunity.
rerolls.
How many dice are you rolling?
I'm rolling 4 dice.
Okay, then take a karma. Oh, can she take a karma now, or since she didn't take it at the beginning?
I will allow it. I will allow it.
You want a karma and a reroll?
Yeah, do that.
Sure.
Yeah. So now roll 5. Reroll.
Okay, that
Cynical
is
Greg is pushing for a reroll.
4
Nice.
successes.
Ooh.
There we go.
You find a cabinet where you believe receipts and papers are stored, And you believe that you sense movement down here in the shadows with you.
Uh-oh. So I have not accessed the cabinet yet. I've only spotted it, correct?
Yes. You're pretty sure that's where everything is being stored, but you also now sense movement. Let's go ahead and Chet. Give me a intuition perception roll.
All right. Bust my dice out. What are my numbers? That is gonna be 5. Got 3.
You're not certain, but you thought you saw quick movement in the shadows outside of the house where everybody's staying. Like it was in the street, and it would have, for anyone else, it would not have even crossed their mind. But you've been trained to spot this sort of thing from your time in Danketsu. So you're like, what? What was that?
Are
Saying that,
are
also Takumi, give me a check.
Perception, intuition.
Yep. Oh, sorry, this second. Ah, there it goes. Sorry.
Oh, you couldn't hear me say, stop getting closer. It's creepy. Use your hand.
The hand sometimes doesn't work. This camera is wonky sometimes. I think it has to do with the lighting here.
Has to do with your face.
Gosh, this is bad. For me.
Mm-hmm.
How many rerolls do we have left?
Well, we have 5. We're good.
Want to use it?
Yeah, I'm
Daggy.
going to use it.
Good.
All right, and then would you like a karma? Although you've already rolled.
I've already rolled. Crap. This is the same result.
No.
2.
You don't see anything.
Yeah.
All right, so Ranto, what are you
Yes.
doing? Now
If
you
I'm
sense that
sensing
movement.
that somebody else may be in here, I'm gonna look again for just a tight corner because I'm imagining I have some room between me and the actual source of the documents, and getting into it alone is gonna cause some sort of commotion to anybody probably already in the room, is my guess. But
Very possible.
I'm gonna dart for cover, whether that's under a desk or behind some barrels of herbs, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna wait and kind of peer into the room and see what I can see.
All right, well, let's go stealth and probably speed.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And that is a 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
You quickly scramble, but very silently, and find a place where the barrels are a little bit away from a wall. It's more like a post in the building that has a
Mhm.
bookshelf beyond. But you get right there in between the barrels and the wall, and you're like, okay, I should be good. And you're peering out through a crack, and you see a large 4-legged shadow moving through the room, passing the barrels.
Oh.
Hey, what's that shadow smell like? Does it smell like dingy dog?
You're welcome to try and sense it, but you're looking at a 5 in here with all the herbs.
Oh, that's a good point. Hang on, let me
I mean,
see.
this room is
I so want
pungent.
both. I want Kamu to have just come anyway, but I also would like it if we found out the apothecary was
A dog?
a pack of the Black Moon.
Oh man.
I was gonna say dog.
What if Camu just showed up with thieves' tools and was just like,
I got in easy.
this isn't my skill set, my butt.
He just
Okay.
walks in through the front door.
So would this kind of out my hiding position? I have a jutsu called Bloodhound. And it says +1 perception for smell and taste within yang times 100 feet. And
Wow.
if I wanted to activate that,
Mhm.
could I get that without being noticed?
Possibly, but it will be reality altering. Always remember, jutsus affect the world around you.
Okay.
I think it's fine though. I mean, you're just.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
would
not like
say
it's
that
gonna
it would,
make a big noise or anything.
yeah.
Your nose may get bigger though.
You may look like a
Um,
bloodhound.
While you
Okay.
think of that, Chet, how are you
go for it.
responding to the shadow?
Going to attempt to not look like I noticed it, and just seem like I'm going outside to tend to our mule cart. Make it look like I'm taking stock and making sure all the toys are there to keep our cover, while trying to anticipate something coming out and attacking me.
All right. Intuition and perception.
Yeah, I'm essentially trying to bait it out, like whatever it is, and beat it up. Okay, you said intuition and perception?
Mhm.
Okay, I do have a skill that gives me +1 intuition to predict my uh, opponent's next move.
Okay.
Would that be able to count with that?
Sure.
And I also have another +1 to intuition to assess situations. Would I be able to use both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 4
Whenever
for
it
that.
comes to all those different parts of
3
a
for
character
that.
creation, they do stack.
Cool. Hey, that is 3.
All right. You go out there and tend to the mule, and it is only through sheer will and knowing what you're listening for that you're able to tell what you hear. And it is the sound of reeded sandals. Like the sandal soles are made of woven reeds, which is somewhat uncommon. And you hear that moving with a high level of stealth away from you. So whatever this was, it passed where you're staying, but it did not stop, and it does not seem to have noticed you.
Okay.
That said,
What direction is it heading?
towards the castle.
Okay. I'll go back
Would I see
inside.
movement running towards the castle?
You would have. If you want to try for another test, you can. But the first test you did not see. It passed by the home.
Okay. I just see something moving quickly towards
If
me.
you make this test, yes.
Okay. Um,
Kyou and Guy awake right now?
I would have thought Kyo probably slept since the others slept. But, well, probably not. If are you at the house or are you with?
I'm at the house.
Okay,
4
then
successes.
we might be asleep.
You see a figure moving with speed towards the castle, using the streets, dodging from shadow to shadow. But it seems not to be headed your direction specifically, but more towards one of the gates.
is the gate relatively near to where I am?
There are several different gates, but this one is probably within maybe 50 yards from you.
Okay. I would like to keep tabs on that person. See what they do.
Okay. All right. Ranto, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and activate the Bloodhound Jutsu so I can take an extra dice for my perception check.
Okay.
And I just try to parse out the smell of this dog or whatever the four-legged thing is. I don't know. Maybe it's like a four-legged Bigfoot. That'd be cool. Let's see. And that's gonna cost me a yang, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yang and okay. So, oh, it's my first time using my yang. Okay, I'm just gonna mark in here. Okay.
Yeah, let me go ahead and I'll pull up the book really quick. What's your drawback for that one?
Uh,
If you don't make your test, your drawback kicks off.
oh, that's a good question then.
Or it's a trigger, I think, is the language. I could be wrong though.
Let's see.
Let's pull that up here really quick.
Let's see, Mantis. It should be under Clan Wave the Beast. Backfire says -1 social check.
All right,
So
so
that's just my quick note.
yeah. So the way that jutsus work is that it will kick off no matter what. You don't necessarily fail, but if you aren't able to control the flow of ki, that drawback kicks in.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and so we're doing perception.
Mm-hmm.
And what else would we do this for? Intuition again?
Yeah, that would work. But I will
Mhm.
also say, let me pull this up.
Okay.
Fortitude as one part of those tests would also work because you are upping supernaturally your senses, and you're going to get overwhelmed being in this apothecary.
That would be great. Okay, I'll add 2 more dice to that then.
It's like me
Okay.
walking down the candle aisle at a store.
If you were a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
7
geez. Yeah, you got a boost
successes.
in that. I will
Okay.
say you got a boost, definitely.
I've got a good nose.
So, it's not Kamu.
Oh.
It is the smell of it. It's a breed not unlike that used by the Black Moon.
Okay.
Which actually makes a little bit of sense because you are near the lost. You're within a week's travel of the lost hidden village of the Pack of the Black Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll toss that out really quick. So, because I'm not certain you as a player know, although your character does. Your
Okay.
pack's village was lost during the start of the Ninja Crusade. The forest there, it's a forest cloaked by fog. The Empire came in and slaughtered almost everyone. Your pack, the Pack of the Black Moon, fled the area, and it's only those who were not in that village that survived that portion of the purge. Your clan is actually now one of the smaller clans because of that.
Yay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But-
so they say that the village still is out there, hidden in a forest, hidden by fog. But they also say that it is now inhabited by ghosts and spirits that drive anyone out who try to get near it.
Ooh, I want to go there. So this dog smells like similar to the breeds that would have come from there.
Yes.
Okay. Which means that the owner is probably very likely from that clan.
Or this is just a dog that he adopted from the area.
That too. Let's see. Well, if I can smell the dog, I'm assuming probably has a pretty good chance of smelling me. Though I do smell pretty earthy, I think.
Just rub yourself in some apothecary spices.
Also smell a lot like another dog.
That's also probably not good. But they might like that.
He might just show up and start peeing on you. So I don't know how you feel about that. But
You could be territorial though.
My dogs love other dogs. We could be new friends.
I think mine do.
Oh.
You only have 7 of them.
Yeah, but if you
Down
come
to 4,
home,
okay.
if you come home from this outing with a new dog,
Well, can we get
Camu's
jealous?
gonna be like,
Camu's gonna be soupy jealous.
she's just gonna be
Oh,
like, oh,
no.
so what? I'm not good enough, but this new
Yeah.
dog is.
Who the hell is this?
Yeah, it's not gonna look good. I don't think Ranto's brain goes that far.
Now,
She's in the moment.
now, if you do not move, the dog moves past, circles a bit, and actually just lays back down.
Oh, takes a dump right there.
Adds a new scent to the room.
Yeah.
As a
More
as a
than
good
Chat,
likely-
dog
chat
should.
wants to know if you brought dog treats. Do you just keep treats on you?
I have dumplings.
Oh yeah, you have some bare ass dumplings in there. I forgot about
Yeah.
those.
I have dumplings, and honestly, they're probably still okay. It's been a couple days, weeks.
I
days.
mean, a dog probably wouldn't care if it was stale.
Ranto wouldn't. So can I take a dumpling
Mhm.
out and just kind of wait for a moment, and then the windows are closed. Darn it. Well, you know what? I'll just take one out and then try to very quietly announce myself to the dog. And I'll just go,
The dog
Yo, that's good.
will sit up, sniff a few moments, and start over your way.
Mhm.
And he's going to come face to face with you in a second. You're on the other side of the barrels. But let's go ahead and say trying to form a social bond right this moment. You're going to need to make persuade. But what else are you going to use in that?
Empathy would be my guess.
Okay.
And yeah, that's another thing. Oh, I have nothing in persuade. So does that count as like a fate die or?
No, you just don't roll.
You
for
just
it.
only go with the
So
empathy.
do you want to use
Okay.
karma? Because we have 2, 4, 6, 8.
I'll use the karma.
And I will say that you're looking at, I'm going to say 3.
3 difficulty.
But I will give you an extra die because you're using a treat.
Okay.
I also wanted to look at karma spins.
You know, if this
Because I feel
win-
like you can get more dice than just one.
There is no restriction listed in the book. There might be on the GM screen, but there's none in the book. And if you want to spend more karma, you can. But as always, you're supposed to clear it with the rest of your players.
Yeah, I'll stick with what I got for now because you know if it doesn't work out, could be funny. I like failure in games, so.
Oh, also, there can never be more than 10 karma at a time. So,
Which,
Fun.
Oh,
because we're
did
doing
you
a streaming game
Sure,
and other
you-
stuff is going on, I kind of allow it.
okay, cool.
You
I
know,
got-
because, yeah.
I
Oh,
got
and
3 9s.
You got 3 9s?
Yeah.
All right. He snaps up the bun, licks your hand, and lays down right up against the barrels in front of you.
All right. I just give him a good little pet, and I reach down, and you guys can't see my hands. So.
Oops, we lost your camera again. Oh, there it goes back.
What a
say
roller
say
coaster.
something. Can we hear you?
Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
you're
There we
good.
go. We're good. I
Yay.
see the green light. I reach over, I give him one more, I give him a good scrooch on the ear, and I'm just like, I just gotta borrow some stuff, and if you keep on the down low, maybe I've got some more dumplings for you.
And he just kind of looks up at you, huffs, and this lays back down. It's
Cool.
almost like you're this here, whatever.
Cool.
Mhm.
And then I'm going tiptoeing over the dog, and I'm going over to the documents or where I saw them, where they would likely be stored, and I'm gonna see if I can get in there and poke around a little bit to
Does it
find
look
what
like
seems relevant.
Does it look like this?
Yeah, a little bit mangier, but yeah.
Big
Like
ol'
this very
gopher.
one?
Not that very one. I know where you're
Oh,
going.
dang. Man, I really wanted it. I really wanted it.
We've already
No,
got a
I know
dog.
exactly where that dog is.
That's
He's
my
dead
dog.
and
That was
buried
my
in
dog
ground.
in another show.
Oh,
I played that character.
And that dog belongs to somebody.
Well, I don't want to keep him. I just wanted, if he was here, that'd be really good for us.
Oh.
I was metagaming.
Oh.
If I'm gonna, as long as you don't need me immediately, the dogs are freaking out, so I'm gonna go deal with them.
Yeah,
So
you're
you guys continue
you're-
to play. I'll be right back.
yeah. No worries. So we'll come back to the rest of the group then when she gets back. But for the moment, Ranto, I'm gonna say this: you're gonna be able to find the notes specific to the castle if you roll 2. This will be an intuition perception.
Oof.
But if you are looking for evidence of anything unusual, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a 4. Now, Roxy knows the karma count, so I'm pretty sure that you could easily add 2 or 3 karma to this.
Because we were at like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
I'm looking at 4 die right now before karma.
yeah.
So
this is a pretty important roll. I'd be willing to give up that.
Yeah, put 2 or 3 in there even.
I'll start with 2. Okay, so I'll bump it up to 6, and hopefully my luck holds, because I've been rolling super good so far. Okay, that's a 2.
Okay, do you want to use a reroll?
How many rerolls do we have left?
Like 3 or
Still
4.
several. Like 5, I think. 4 or 5.
Does the reroll include the karma?
Only if you wanted to add another one, but otherwise it's just spending a reroll.
Okay. 2 successes.
Now, if you're asking about the karma you've already spent, no, you'll get to reroll all the dice that you just tried to roll. Sorry
Okay,
about that.
that's okay. That's exactly what I was looking for. I'll go ahead and spend a reroll if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Let's see. That is 3 successes.
Okay, do you want to spend a reroll?
I think. How many papers are in there?
This is records on medical treatments that this apothecary has done for essentially the entire village. It is there are things where it's stacks that are bound. There are loose leaves. There are things rolled in scrolls, and you're trying to suss out how exactly this guy does his organization.
Oh man, I need Guy. Let's see.
Bring a backpack.
I have my backpack of dumplings. I was like, would all of this fit in my backpack? Because I was wondering about taking all of it.
Okay. I will say you could take a large portion of it. Just go ahead and roll a. I'm actually going to throw something a little bit odd at you.
Mhm.
Roll me yin plus. I'm going to say roll me yin plus intuition.
Oh, I have no yin.
Or actually, sorry, yang.
Okay, so is it? I have if I have 3. Excuse me. If I have 3 pips in yang, I would roll all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plus intuition.
And just tell me what your total is, because this
Okay.
what the number I have set it at in my mind, that's what you're bringing back to Guy.
When?
Okay.
This is where the luck runs out. Spent it all on petting dogs and looking cool.
Did you see that there were 2 rerolls in chat?
Oh,
Hmm?
so we have 2 more rerolls if you want to try.
So she spent 2 karma in her reroll so far.
Okay, so we'll say that one of those was a chat reroll.
Do you guys want me to do a reroll?
You can.
So you used 2 karma while I was gone?
Yes.
Okay.
I just
You
don't
might-
want to.
I mean, if
Go
you're
ahead.
going to reroll it, you may as well add another karma to it when you reroll.
All right. So I'll add
So
a karma.
we'll use the second reroll. And
All right,
Tentacle Greg just gave us another karma, so
Thank you,
we'll
because
use
I'm
that.
eating it all up.
we're still
Okay, so
still
that
sitting
was-
pretty.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, if you get a critical
Plus the
failure,
karma.
remember we get a free karma every time that happens. So,
Oh, okay. I'll go for that then.
oh, I'm not. That's all I'm saying.
That's a 2.
Oh my gosh!
How many do you need?
I don't know.
It's a number that John
mystery.
has in his head.
Oh,
Let's stick with 2 because
Okay.
All
I
right.
think I can get what I can get.
You grab several of the books and a few rolled up groups and shove it into your backpack. And we'll be back to you in a moment.
Yeah.
So, Chet, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow that guy.
I remember what our plan was. Our plan was to blackmail the guy.
I'm gonna try to track that shadowy figure I saw.
We were gonna
Pass.
blackmail him and try to control him so he wasn't such a jerk.
Are you moving with any form of stealth?
I'm gonna try to.
All right, so go ahead and give me a stealth, and we'll say either intuition or perception.
Intuition's better because I get my bonuses if I use intuition. My character specific bonuses. Right. Oh, that's 3 10s and an 8. 7.
Okay.
Nice.
You begin to track, and after a few moments, you see the shadowy figure moving towards the gate. And at this point, both you and Takumi are both going to see that when he reaches the steps to the castle, whatever this figure is, comes out of the shadows and just starts walking up the steps nonchalantly.
Like he ran the entire way, but as soon as he got into a lit area, he's like, huh.
Yep.
Hmm.
Now that he is illuminated by the torches from the wall of the castle, you see that this individual is dressed in a full-length black kind of jacket over perhaps some sort of outfit. But what really catches your eye is that they wear a Tengu mask. So a very, kind of almost theatrical mask with the, markings or the kind of arrangement of being a crow or, bird-like face.
Did I? What's it called? Did I get a boost on that?
Yes.
Okay. Can I use that boost to glean extra information?
Mm-hmm. You're watching, and I'm gonna say that for some reason it comes into your mind, and you pick up on those rare moments where you have interacted with members of the recoiling serpents, and you recognize the sandals as being reeds or constructed in the style that you have seen that they use.
That's not good.
Nope.
Is there a snitch?
As the person ascends the stairs, the guards at the top step out of the way.
Okay. Want to do something that is one of my triggers. I'm going to put personal attachment over group dynamic and continue to follow this guy purely for because I have beef with the recoiling serpents.
Okay. Are you going to come out of the shadows?
Yeah, I think I am. I think that
Nice.
in this moment, I'm
Let's
pretty much gonna call him out.
Jotaro.
It's like not super thinking about the consequences of my actions.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out of the shadows and call.
Takumi is sitting up in the
him
tower
out.
going, What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah,
What
no,
are you doing?
don't
What
do
are you
it. Don't
doing?
do
What
it.
are you
Don't
doing?
do
No, 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 no.
I mean, he's not a ninja, so he's not part of the coalition. So it doesn't necessarily come back on us, except for the fact that we're here and have to save him if something goes awry.
We don't have to save it. We
Well-
should.
We should.
You tell by John's face he didn't expect this.
Uh,
He'll deal.
The-
He good.
the individual turns and looks at you and then cocks his head in almost bird-like fashion.
He's really
Oh,
putting
no.
on the bit.
And then turns and continues to walk up the staircase. And towards the
Wow.
2 guards at the top.
He just completely was like, forget you, man.
I mean,
You aren't worth my time.
Get out of here.
I have a pretty good idea who this is.
And the figure this
Pretty
will
good
continue to
idea.
go through the gate, ignoring you.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I know who it is, but Chet doesn't know who it is.
Oh, okay.
Right. That happening,
So-
seeing the guards there, I think that's gonna be like, oh no, I think maybe I've done something bad
Maybe
and
I did
probably am in trouble, and try to,
Okay, bye.
sneak back to the house and like cover up my trail, so if the guards start following me, they lose track of me.
Okay. The individual, as he passes the guard, though, does turn to one of them and says something. And that guard disappears within the wall following him.
Oh no.
Ready the cannon.
A few seconds later, you begin to hear the sound of a loud banging, as if on a, essentially a metal sphere bell of some sort, and lights begin to turn on throughout the castle area.
We don't know if that's related to this.
I'm on the freaking wall.
Oh,
Which,
That's a problem.
Takumi, you begin to see from the far end up here. Seems to be a large strip of trees and grass. There's a structure off in the distance, and the lights come on there first, and you begin to see soldiers coming out.
Damn it, Chet.
So you two are going to hear this first, and you're going to see the lights coming on and be able to respond to that. I'm going to say this. If you try to get away, you are looking at needing to roll a 3 this round
Okay.
to stealth away. And that goes for anybody involved in this. That's Takumi. If you're going to try and stealth away, you're looking at a 3. If you want to try and hide instead, I'm going to say that because of your location, you're looking at a 2. Right now, nobody's aware to be looking up there.
Is there anybody who's like, when that alarm goes off, that's the station that I go to that looks like they're headed to that point? Is this like an actual watchtower, or is this just a high point on the wall?
You're just on a high point on the wall. You're almost hiding amongst terracotta. They're dyed blue, I believe is what it was. Shingles, almost. Think of it that way.
Right. So I'm gonna do stealth, and what are my other options? Can I do travel?
Speed, travel. Those definitely would work.
Okay.
Do you have
Travel.
Athletics, if you're trying to, jump away or whatever.
Travel is
It
gonna
really
be
depends on how you're trying to describe it.
travel is gonna be the highest number. So I'm essentially just trying to take almost the same path that I took following that guy stealthfully.
Mhm.
Try to like retrace my steps and take that path back.
Okay. So difficulty is a 3.
Right. got 5.
All right. So not enough for a boost, but you do successfully sneak away. Takumi, what are you doing?
I think if nobody is going to be looking for me up here, the best place for me to be is up here. So if I could, I would like to use stealth and empathy being used in order to read the guards and like which way they're going to be moving and whatnot. So if I need to reorient myself on the wall so that I'm as hidden as possible depending on their perspective, I can just keep myself hidden that way because I get a +1 to empathy to read a person's mood or motivation.
Okay.
And look at the bright side here. We can take this moment to learn their how they respond if we get caught.
Now we know. They get really mad.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
I mean, like
4.
guard patterns
I
and
mean,
where they go and stuff.
We don't entirely know what. I mean, I understand that it's likely having to do with Chet, but this guy was also acting pretty shifty on approach. So this could be in regards to something else.
Yeah.
But it certainly the timing is pretty much it points to it being Chet, but we don't know what else is going on in this place. So
Okay.
do we hear the
So-
alarms, this asleep people? Or me? I'm an asleep people.
Let's go ahead and say Ranto, also Guy, and also your character. All three of you are going to, so our 2 sleep people and also Ranto. Go ahead and make a roll for intuition and perception.
Me?
Yep.
Let's see.
Where did I put my character sheet?
Who are you?
Oh, I just had it.
Who am I?
I shouldn't have asked.
Intuition and perception. Also, just letting you know, Guy is still awake. He's just making traps, but
Okay.
he's not paying much attention.
So if you're awake, it's going to be, actually, it should be for everybody. You're going to need to make a 3.
Jesus, a 3, eh?
I got 2.
Okay. 1.
That's it. That's the end of my luck.
I'm gonna spend a karma to add a die. 1, 2, 3, 4 or no, 3 for me. That's a 1, not
All
a
right.
7.
Focused on making traps.
Something you had been trying to sleep, and while you could still hear the din of the hammering on the forges beyond that were kind of distant, this sounds a little bit closer, and you're already a little bit on edge, and you wake up thinking to yourself, wait a second, that's an alarm.
Shh. And then I start looking around for people.
Okay, you
'Cause
see
I knew 2 of them were going to be gone. I didn't know Chet was going to be gone.
Yeah, you see Guy is still in here. He's awake, and you also see the pup is asleep on the floor.
Good Kamu.
Good boy.
Have you seen Chet, Guy?
Huh?
Have you
Oh,
seen
hey,
Chet?
you're awake.
Yeah, you hear that?
He was just here helping me. Wait, there's an alarm? Holy
There's-
crap.
There's
What's
an alarm.
happening?
I don't know, but Chet's not here, and
Shit.
neither are other people. So,
So one of us goofed up.
gather up your stuff in case we need to make a run for it.
All right, you go look for Chet. I'll go ahead and start packing up our supplies if we need to bug out.
Sounds good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I put on my most adult-looking, shiny, luxurious robe, and I make myself look as old as I possibly can, like adult. I stand as tall as I can. I put money in my pocket. I have my fake ID and my fake papers and my toy contract that I had signed from the headmaster, and I am going to go look for my bodyguard.
Okay. Chet, you will, of course, while coming through the roads, you will see her coming for you,
Him.
or him coming for you. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna spin Kyou around and head back to the house, and just say,
I've been looking for you. Where have you been? What the hell are you doing? What is going on?
"Serpents are here. We need to go."
Like coalition serpents or like fangs?
Hard to tell at this point, but it seems they have an inn at the palace. So I'm willing to bet it's the ones that we're not friendly with.
Well, shit. Okay. Okay. Well, go help Guy. I have some stealth. I'll try to find Ranto.
Okay, Ranto, how are you going to leave? Are you going to go back up the way you came?
Was a 1 enough to be aware of the alarm?
No.
So you don't even know what's
Then
happening.
I'm gonna shimmy up the chimney because I don't trust myself to get that.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is, since I'm crawling upward and I know that it's still gonna be hot, I'm not as worried about feet, but I'm gonna take just a little bit of my already jagged pants, and I'm just gonna kind of cushion my hands a little bit, make some little oven mitts, and let my fingers do the rest.
Okay. So +1 to your description, and go ahead, and you're looking at a 4 again, climbing out through the chimney.
We still have karma if you need it.
I think I'm good. So, I'm sorry, you said 4 climbing. Oh, 4
Yes.
difficulty. So I guess athletics, stealth. Does that still seem appropriate?
Well, athletic stealth, you actually
Oh.
use fortitude.
That's right. Okay, then
Mhm.
that's fine too. Athletics and fortitude plus description. Let's see. That is a 1 and a 2. Just slide back down.
You want to reroll?
I think I
We
do.
still have table rerolls. We still have
Okay.
4.
I'd like to get out.
Okay.
Get me out of here!
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 3.
You need 4?
Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to use
Are
another
we-
one and a karma?
I think I'll just use. I have a ton of die. I think I'll just use
Okay.
the reroll.
So just getting successes on those die. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
There you go.
She's free.
It
She's
takes-
out, people.
Yeah, it takes you a
It's
few
all good.
moments, but you slowly make your way out through the chimney,
I'm used to climbing
and
trees.
it's the moment that you breach the top of the chimney that now you can hear
I'm born.
the sound of the alarm in the distance.
I was gonna.
And of course, Takumi, you can see Ranto also starting to come up out of the chimney.
Can I just make a single intuition roll to see if I can maybe get an inkling for what happened?
Sure, we can go with intuition and maybe a little bit of empathy.
Yeah, see if you
Okay.
can figure out if it's like, oh, they're coming for us, an alarm, or just a, hey, this is a drill alarm. Like, does-
That's a 2.
I'll wait until my turn.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
cut
I
you off.
I was thinking, and it wasn't my turn.
Okay,
You just know that there's a city alarm coming from the castle.
that's weird. I don't think that's my fault. I'm gonna book it.
Okay.
Still sticking same routine, sticking to the smaller places
Book 'em,
and
Ranto.
shadows and corners.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth and probably speed at this point.
Sure. Oops. There we go. That is 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm back. 5.
There you go. You
the dang
do also
apothecary.
see Kyou moving through the town, looking fairly official. Not really hiding.
Do I look official and like frustrated? Like, gosh dang it! What is
Probably.
happening on my visit to this province? Is it my turn yet? Can I do something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I notice if it looks like the rest of the town seems to be concerned about this alarm, or like are other places waking up?
Not yet. But you go ahead and give me an intuition perception roll.
I don't like this roll. I'm not very good at it. Let's see.
I don't like it either.
I mean, it's a 5. It's not terrible, but I would much prefer something else. And that's a 2.
Okay. You do see that there are torches now, sconces being lit on the wall surrounding the work camp, at the edges of where all the cannons are.
Okay, well, I have another question then.
Yes.
Can I roll a common knowledge roll, like an intuition knowledge roll? And I'm asking for common knowledge specifically because that is my gift. But can I roll that to see if I have any familiarity with if the work camp is starting to wake up? Is it like a wake up alarm, or is it like
I can, because of the hammering and the sounds coming from the work camp, you know that the work camp is
Never
probably
stopped.
operating, all the time.
Okay.
But this is the guard posts on the wall are being lit.
Okay.
It seems,
Like it's like they're expecting someone to be
yeah.
doing bad things.
They aren't certain exactly what's happening yet. But for the most part, I want to see that everybody starts to filter back. And
Except for Takumi. Yeah.
Yeah, you
no.
see figures moving along that wall, lighting sconces near the cannons. And you also see that they are aiming the cannons, they're beginning to aim the cannons upward and load them.
Oh no.
Okay, when you say upward, do you mean like to shoot
At
up,
about
attack the town? Like we're gonna shoot up in the air and it's gonna land on the village or the work camp?
Or is it
Uh,
upward in order to put the thing in?
greater than it would not be to put things in. It would be
Yeah.
at a
Okay.
greater than a 45-degree angle
Oh.
The ones facing inward or outward?
outward.
So they're expecting an invasion,
Uh,
or that's what it.
can
Meta.
I see?
That's me.
Can I see from my vantage point outside of the town? Does it look like there's somebody else, another force of some kind coming?
You know the roll, intuition perception.
4.
No. You don't see anybody beyond the walls of the city. In fact, in the village section of Heiminmu, there is really nobody moving except for your teammates as of yet. And so you're seeing
Which
all
also makes
that.
us look super suspicious.
Okay.
And so if you wait for a few more moments, they load them and they fire them.
Fire them where?
I'm wondering
what?
if those Imperial forces are getting closer than we thought.
And all of a sudden, coming out of the cannons
Our people.
is
No. Children. No.
bright phosphorus and gunpowder propelling it into the air.
It's
And within
flares.
moments, the town is illuminated as if it was almost daylight.
Oh no!
I didn't think
Oh,
about
man.
flares. Oh crap.
Oh no.
Hmm.
So how bad is my hiding spot now?
If
You have a
people
tan?
begin to pay attention to you, it could be very bad. But the thing is that you notice that the soldiers are now exiting out of the entrance, that gate, and funneling down into the town. Now, they don't seem to be in any rush. But they are beginning to move outwards into the village section.
Um. What to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? I have a bow and arrow. Can I see the building that we were hiding in from where I am?
Yes, you can.
Is there a visible
Whoa.
window or a large, because this was like a dilapidated building, is there some sort of like large crack in the wall or something like that where I could potentially shoot a warning shot through the wall?
Sure.
Okay. Um so what would that be? Marksmanship, perception?
Mm-hmm. That'd be a
Okay.
good one.
Um and I get
And
plus one marks.
It's only gonna be a 2 difficulty, really.
Okay. Well, I want to see just how good I can be because I get plus one marksmanship when shooting through obstructions. Because I don't know what's on the other side of this wall, and I may be hitting some. One. So many dice. So many dice, so little success. 2 successes.
Do you want to re-roll, just in case?
It will fly through, and everybody that is in the house that you're staying in, a arrow thunks into a rafter up above you through a hole in
What
the building,
Ah, we're being attacked.
and you will recognize it as one of Takumi's arrows.
Takumi attacking us. We've been betrayed.
Now, calm down, calm down. Let's. Is it like
This
way
said-
high up? Do we have to get it?
Let's go ahead and go through the group. So what is Chet doing?
If we've made it back to the house, he is making sure things are ready to just go.
You could bug out, but right this moment it is bright as anything outside.
Yeah, all right, then he's gonna
Uh,
be watching and watching for guard coming to the house.
Okay. What about Kyou? What is Kyou going to be doing?
Kyou is getting the arrow. I mean, is there a note on it or anything, or just an arrow?
I,
I didn't have time to write anything
Okay, so I'm
because I'm watching them coming essentially into the town towards what could possibly be straight towards the house.
I'm gonna say stop loading up the thing because it's just gonna look more suspicious that we're doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to tell Ranto and Guy to look asleep, and then be ready, but pretend to be asleep, and then I'm going to set up like at a table or something and look like I'm going over papers.
okay.
I'm going to pretend that
Guy,
I'm a
what are you
business
doing?
person.
Are you going to follow that instruction, or was there something specific you were doing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes, you, Guy.
Oh, got it. Yeah, no, I'm doing exactly like Guy is suggesting. Not Guy. Like Kyo is suggesting, and following along with her plan of action.
All right, and Ranto, what are you doing?
I have potentially super not good to be caught with documents in my backpack, and there's still some dumplings left in there. We need to put it somewhere if they come in here.
Do you have
Okay.
find a loose clapboard or something and put it under it?
That's what I do then. I look for a hiding place to kind of secure
All right.
those documents.
Perception and deception.
Can I help?
Please
Yes.
do.
I have both. I have 4 in deception and 4 in deception is my best. I have 2 in perception.
Do you want to hide them? Because I have 3 in perception and nothing in deception.
Yeah. I mean, if I can look for the hiding place.
Can we let her do that?
John?
Or
John,
Yes, absolutely.
me look for the hiding place instead of
Yes.
Ranto. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we were asking, and you just stared at us. All right. I've got a 1.
Yeah.
we're going to set
Maybe
the
I'll
difficulty.
roll.
If
I
they
can-
look around the room, that is what the difficulty will be set at to find it.
And if we look around
Unless
the...
you want to use a reroll.
Oh, no, I was
be worth
looking
it.
for the hole. What are you saying?
What I'm
Oh,
saying is that whatever you roll is what's going to set the difficulty at for any guard that comes in there to find it.
Oh,
So
okay,
we
okay.
want it to be high.
Well, I have... Okay, David just gave us a karma and a reroll for me to use for this, so I'm going to spend that reroll that he just gave me and reroll that. Oh, sorry, I dropped a die. That was 2 10s, a 9, and that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 successes?
5 successes.
5 successes. So that's going to set a really high difficulty for them if they come through.
If they come through.
If they come through. Now, for the most part, eventually the flare subsides. And Takumi, you see that they're going to begin loading the cannons again in a moment. But again, the guards don't seem to be moving very quickly yet.
So does it just look like they're doing like a
General
just a strategic general sweep of the town?
Mm-hmm.
Also, just producer note, it is about time for break, so I don't...
Yeah.
I know it's suspense time, but just put it in there.
No problem. We're going to be breaking here in just a moment.
Okay.
But that said, so Takumi, is there anything else you're going to do?
Lay low.
Okay, so as far as I can see so far, all of the guards are either working the cannons or sweeping through the town.
Yes.
How much activity is on the other side, on the palace side of the wall where I currently am currently?
Actually, not much.
Is the academy or the palace closer to where I am?
Almost equidistant. The academy is going to be almost 1 to 2 sections away, but so is the palace. One is going to be equal in level to you. The palace is going to be higher. So imagine it's almost like there are about anywhere from about 4 to 5 tiers that have walls on them. The academy is on this level, but it's separated by a few walls. So is the castle, but the castle is also on a higher tier. If you want to look at the graphic again that we had, feel free.
I'll pull it.
That'll give you all something to
Is it in
work
chat also for our, or is it in our group chat?
It was at one time. Let me find it again.
I'll bring it up on the
It's
stream.
still in here.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
So you might just have to scroll up to last week.
Here, I'll,
I was looking.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Here's the. I'm gonna show it to the group. To the.
just dropped it in. So
Okay.
It's at the,
Yeah, everybody
so it's
got
at the
it in
bottom.
there.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Yeah. Imagine that if you're looking at the walled section, the building that is furthest to the left in the walled section, that is where the academy is. And then obviously you can tell which part the palace is.
Right. Okay. If it doesn't look like there's any guards or any attention being paid to that particular path, I would like to slide down the palace side of the wall and book it from there to the academy.
Okay. And that is, we're going to pause it for a moment. We're going to take a 10-minute break.
Alrighty.
And so, yeah, in 10 minutes, we will be back and we'll see where everything goes from here. All right, and we are back. Thank you all for waiting
Yeah,
in
hanging
chat.
with us.
We're hoping everybody made it back in time, but we have definitely some serious things going on. We have a possible serpent moving about the castle. And at the same time, we have Takumi, who is going to try to go to the academy, I believe.
Yes.
He's going to school.
All right. So, Takumi, how are you doing this? You've slid down into the inner area of the castle.
Okay. Um. So what's the topography between me and the school look like? The academy look like?
Right now, the area that you are in is kind of a large, grassy, kind of well manicured lawn with several trees. Uh, so it's kind of a garden area that you're in right now. But you know, not so much uh, overdone. I would say it's just grass and trees.
Okay.
Uh,
It's not like just an open field.
It's yeah,
no,
it's
it's surrounded on walls. I would say that the section you're in is probably about 80 feet long and maybe about 20, 30 feet wide. There is a gate nearby you that would lead you into the section that will take you to the academy.
Mhm.
Okay. I would like to quickly and quietly zip from tree to tree to get myself to this side of that gate so that I can peek in and see what's going on in there.
Okay. For the most part, what you see is about 2 or 3 guards that are actively watching out the gate. They have their backs to you. And it appears to be a large sandy and rock structure of a pathway leading from the gate and further, possibly 100, 200 feet long hallway. And it's about 20 feet across with large walls going straight up. You're just you're kind of like, imagine there's this hallway and
Mhm.
you're coming up to it from this side. There's a little small doorway that takes you into that hall.
And there are guards on the inside of it looking inwards.
Looking outwards towards the city.
Oh, okay.
So right now they're not paying any attention to you. They're not really looking behind them. They're more like what's going on out there.
Okay. Seeing that they're preoccupied, I would like to turn around and make a mad dash towards the academy.
All right, I'm going to ask for stealth and speed.
Yup. This isn't technically a sudden danger, so mm-hmm. 4 successes.
nice.
Cool.
All right. With 4 successes, let me double check really quick. Yeah, you're good. They, you managed to continue. You enter into that long hallway. I call it a hallway, but understand it's open to the sky. They're just
Right.
tall walls on both sides of you.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of this hall, it opens up and that goes back towards the academy. And then there are steps ascending that would take you up to the next level of the castle. But you don't see any guards. It is sparsely lit here, so it's very easy to move from shadow to shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And you exit off of this street and into the grounds of the academy. And there is a large, almost think of it as hexagonal open area with the building of the academy on the far side. The grass here is a little bit taller, a little less manicured. Perhaps this is an area used more for common play or something else, really doesn't need it. And up ahead, you see on the building of this academy, which seems to be like about a 3 or 4 story structure, 2 torches illuminating a doorway. and you see the figure that you saw walk through before approaching it.
Okay. Um. Hmm. So he's walking into the doorway. Um, is there a path that's covered in mostly shadow that I can use to get from where I currently am to right up against the building?
You can definitely try. There is not so much a path, but you can try and keep to the shadows and move through the grass silently. But you're looking at a stealth roll again, at least stealth, and you're looking at a difficulty of 3.
Okay. One, two, three.
All right. You are going to be able to get right up near the building, and the figure gets to the door and stops, reaches out and knocks. The door slides open, and you see a figure that almost is a mirror image of the individual standing there with the mask. Their body structure is very similar.
Okay.
And the person standing in the doorway says, "Well, you're back early. I didn't expect to see you for a bit." And the person slides off their mask, and without a doubt, you are certain that these people are twins.
Okay.
"I've had a lot of business recently," the individual outside the door says. "The master requests his page join him." And the headmaster nods. "Tonight?" "Yes. I'll go get him." "What about you?" "I have business at the castle." Door slides closed, and you lay there. Is there anything else you're going to do while this is happening? For the most part, this individual kind of looks around but doesn't pay too much attention.
Um. I think what I want to do is I just want to stay low and hide. Um. Maybe reposition if there's a better place to keep out of that guy's line of sight as he leaves the academy and heads towards the palace.
Okay. The door slides open, and the headmaster and a child exit. Not so much a child, really, but they exit the building and stand there. And you recognize him as being Chet's rival.
Master's page, huh? Okay.
And he says, "What's going on? What's with the alarm?" And the other one kind of shakes his head. The one that you had been trailing shakes his head. It's like, "I'm not exactly certain. There was some kid with long hair. I didn't really recognize him, but he yelled out at me, and so I told the guards that they should probably go and investigate." And the guy just kind of shrugs, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know anybody that matches that description." And, well, the master's waiting for you in the forest to the northwest. All right. And he takes off, just runs across the field, pays no attention, and runs out the exit. And the two twins stare at each other for a moment, and they're like, "Do you think he suspects yet?" "Not at all." "Good."
Who asked that?
The one who is outside says, Do you think he suspects yet? And the headmaster replies, not at all. To which the brother replies, good. Turns on his heels and begins to go towards the castle.
God, so many plot hooks.
Getting juicy.
Crap. Now who do I follow? Shoot. This is where I really wish I had some sort of way of telling people what I'm hearing magically.
We need comms.
Yeah.
We need
I need
sending.
walkie-talkies.
Sending would be great
Yes.
right now.
We're not quite Avengers level yet. We don't have the earpieces.
I got a smartphone. I don't.
Let
That
me
was a lie.
text you real quick. Okay. Well, I
Camu?
can't
Is
pass
he your
up the
phone?
opportunity.
Barf.
I can't pass up the opportunity that I have while I am here. Is there an easily accessible way to get into the building via open window or a back door of some kind?
There are windows, and it's surrounded by a porch. And so it would be very easy to access this building. And again, it is 4 levels, not really tiered like many of the others are here in this castle area. But you think that you might be able to scale it if you so wish.
Okay. Was the conversation between the twins happening on the first floor?
Yes,
Okay.
right at the front door.
Yeah. I'd like to see how high up I can scale this thing. I'm assuming that anything that's important is towards the top.
All right. Go ahead and give me an athletics. And what do you want to use with that? Are you going to go stealth?
Oh gosh. That would probably be the smart choice, wouldn't it? Yes, I will do athletics and stealth, and if I can, I'd like to burn a karma.
All right.
It's another 5 gifted subs from Tentacle Greg before he signs
Oh,
off
wow,
for the
thanks
day.
to you.
Thank
Dang,
you.
Greg.
Okay, yeah. 5 successes.
5 successes. I'm going to say that you also got a boost.
Just
So you can do it with speed or with style.
How
How far are you trying to get up?
I'm assuming, because I don't know anything about anything that's going on in here, that all of the hoity-toity people are towards the top of any of these buildings. So I'm going to assume that the twins' office is on the 4th floor, so I'd like to try to get there.
Okay. You scale with alacrity, and as you're climbing, you're so silent that you can hear the sounds of sleeping children from within, floor by floor. But when you make it to the 4th floor, it is quiet. You reach over, open a window, and slide in, if you so wish.
It's dark in there currently?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I would.
Okay. You look about the room, and it is this room is the entire floor. There are a few beams for roofing structure, as well as standing at about every 10 feet across this room. But there is a dais with several bookshelves, a large desk. And yeah, it looks like this is more than likely also where he receives people in an official capacity.
Okay.
But there's also obviously a mat where he will sleep.
Oh gosh, this is his bedroom too.
You're just there.
I'm just in his bedroom. Okay. Going over to the dais, there's books and paperwork there, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to quickly rifle through that and look for anything that would connect what is going on in this academy to the I can't remember it. The off branch of the recoiling serpents that
The
split
fangs.
away from the rest of it. The fangs. Anything that's connected to the fangs. Anything that could be connected to the poisoning that we were here for originally. Either of those two things.
All right. Go ahead and stealth is going to be necessary, so that is going to have to be one of your rolls. And I would say intuition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'd like to burn some karma on this as well.
Yeah.
Is 2 okay? That'd
That's
put me
a
at
question to the
6.
team.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah,
I-
karma.
Yeah.
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 Go for it. We're sitting at 4 still.
We're good.
I'm going to use a reroll,
Okay.
if I may.
We have 3, so that takes us down to 2.
Come on. Four successes.
Nice.
All right. You don't really think you. The thing is that you see official documents, and then you find stuff that, in the words of Shakespeare, is Greek to you. And it takes you a moment, but you're like, this is written in a cipher. And it's those pieces that you begin to grab.
Yes, because Guy can break this eventually. Uh-oh.
Did we?
Oh,
lose?
no.
We lost Guy.
We
We
lost
lost
Guy.
him. Now we'll never decipher
I said his
it.
name and I broke
Come
him.
back, Guy.
You made him run
Guy,
away.
no.
Guy.
Just keep going. Oh, when he pops back in, there we go.
There he
it'll,
is.
it'll fix. It's just gonna bump us around for a second.
Okay.
Alright.
So I have a whole bunch of paper that I cannot read.
Yes.
Anything
back.
else of anything else of note? Just take another quick glance around the room.
Yes. Let's go ahead and do another stealth intuition.
Again, may I use karma?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
1 or 2.
just one.
Yep.
Gosh, this game is so much fun. That's 3 successes.
All
I
right.
can't tell if that was sarcastic or not.
That was so much sarcasm.
No, it's like I'm so used to rolling a singular d20 and then failing half of the roll.
Yeah, same.
This I feel like I have a shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you are moving around, you reach under the edge of the dais, and shoved up against the wood, almost flush, you find something metal.
Is it?
You
Does it
pull
feel like
out,
a weapon or a button?
possibly a weapon, but do you go ahead and pull it out to see what it is?
Yes.
You pull it out, and it is definitely a weapon of the ninja. It is specifically of the recoiling serpents, a punch dagger blade in the shape of a fang.
Okay. That's some decent physical proof at the very least if I don't know what the cipher is. I will pocket that and run.
All right. Speed stealth. And where are you trying to run to? Are you going to just leap out the window? I will also say that this building is now tall. Where you are tall enough to also be higher than the wall. You are almost 2 levels higher than the wall nearby here.
Oh gosh. Is it?
I mean, if you pull up the map again, looking at the map, you can see that it is right there at the top. You are visible over the top of the wall.
Is the wall close enough so that my spindly legs can make that leap?
I would say it would be a 3 difficulty.
We
You
still
bring
have.
your
Okay.
glider.
Yeah, I wish I was
And the
Aang.
question I'm going to have to ask you is, although you are running with speed, are you trying to do it stealthily?
Oh gosh. Does that particular chunk of wall have some of the cannons?
No. The
No.
cannons are only over in the section that is the work camp.
So there's no guards or anything on that chunk of wall?
It's a sloped. It's a wall with a sloped roof, and so it's decorative. The idea is that the wall itself is imposing enough that it would stop an invading force.
Okay.
The idea, it's almost like Helm's Deep. The idea is you're funneling them towards the entrance.
Right. Okay, I'm confident enough in my speed to try to persist in doing this quietly, because I'm assuming that the twin is on his way up the building. So I will quietly go out through the window. I won't just bust through the glass. And then
Well,
I'll
there's no glass. You had opened up, a shutter.
sure. Then I'll take a running leap at the wall.
All right. What are you using?
Stealth to keep it quiet and speed to cover the distance.
All right. Let's go for it.
Oh my gosh.
What's it gonna be?
I think I need to re-roll this one.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't splatter.
Yeah, I just don't want to become a bug on a windshield. Come on, be better. Yes, that is better. That is 4 successes.
All right. You make the leap. But as you're moving across the room, you also hear a floorboard creak very mildly, and you think you hear movement below.
Okay.
So you run across the room, like just under a tatami. You hear that telltale sign of wood creaking.
Uh-huh.
It's not very loud, but you think that there's now movement below, and you leap from the window and cross over through air and land on the top of the wall across from the building.
Cool.
Okay.
Jason Bourne in here, yeah.
Yo, I whip my head around real quick. Do I see somebody on like the floor beneath where I was running?
You see, not so much that, but through the window, you now see light coming up from a staircase, as if somebody is carrying a candle and ascending the staircase.
Okay. I will leave the premises.
I think that's smart.
All right, how? How are you leaving the premises?
Okay.
Speedily and stealthily.
Yeah, the only way I know how.
All right. Go ahead and give me some a roll on that.
Oh, he took it. I thought he was going to demand like a description.
Oh,
What'd you do?
I rolled 6 dice and got nothing. Do we have a reroll
We
left,
do
and are
have-
we okay with me using this?
Yeah, we have one reroll left.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry for burning through all of these
That's
resources.
all right. We can
And
always.
I ate it all up
We
earlier,
should use
so
them all.
Yeah, they don't roll over, so it's good to just.
Yeah, it's good to
Munch,
burn him.
munch,
I
munch.
just made John let us keep him since we were in the middle of something.
Gosh. Okay. That's 2 successes.
All right. You continue down the wall, and there's you think that you hear. I like from the room. I didn't leave the window open.
Crap! I forgot about the window.
And
Doesn't matter.
a
You're
head,
gone.
a head sticks out the window of the headmaster.
a head sticks out
And
the
he-
head.
Yeah, this is the
Well,
window
a
of
head sticks out the window
of the,
of the headmaster.
the headmaster's
The headmaster
head
sticks
stick.
out Yeah, sorry.
The headmaster's head
Head's
comes
head.
out the window.
It just becomes
Uh,
alien.
It's dead space. Oh, we have another reroll if that was just given in chat.
It's too late for this one.
But it might come in
And-
handy later.
You lock eyes with him.
Oh.
He jumps from the window to chase after you.
Oh my gosh.
No!
Yo. You have
Shouting.
Behind you.
Kyou is thinking to themselves, man, I hope Takumi gets away and isn't seen, and if he is, man, I really hope that he doesn't lead him right here.
This is like that Hello Neighbor game.
God.
Yeah. He lands right behind you, rises to his feet, and starts charging.
Oh gosh.
You better run.
I
Better
will
not have taken
use-
my cool knife.
There's a family heirloom.
I need it for stabbing.
Well, it's a punch dagger, so he needs it for punching.
Punch when you got
Punch and
punch
poke.
and stab at
When
the
you
same
got to
time.
punch and stab.
Punch stabbing.
Especially used on children, apparently.
And I'm just on the top of a freaking wall. There's nothing around. Is the opposite side of this wall that isn't next to the academy does that go into the village, or is that like then in between that goes into the village? Okay.
It goes down into the village. It is about 80 to 90 feet below you on that side.
Yeah, so run along the wall until you find a better place.
It would be about a 20-foot deadfall onto a slope that makes out the outer edge of that wall. And then it would be a slope the rest of the way.
Oh my gosh.
This is exciting.
Me in real life would never do this.
That's why it's fantasy.
We're
Wait, no,
playing
it's not a
ninja.
ninja.
Okay. I would like to.
And if you're bored, please, everybody, give them some theme music.
I would like to use.
I need the Goonies chase music.
I would like to use speed to get my butt out of here. And could I use perception to try to find a relatively safe space for me to either jump from the wall to a building in the village or find a way to slide down?
Absolutely. In fact, if you don't want to have to do that and just make the leap, I'll say you see it for 3 karma.
What do we have?
We have 3 karma. We'll learn more. Chat's been good to us today.
Okay with it.
You need to get away with the information that you
speaking
have.
of which, actually add 1 karma because I remember that Ranto failed a test. And guys, be sure to remind me,
You're welcome.
failed tests get you karma.
Critical failed tests.
Oh, critical failed and also choosing to fail. Sorry.
Oh, did we get one for activating my trigger on my thing?
Yes.
We
Okay.
did, yeah.
Alright, cool.
So are you giving us one, John? So we would have 1
Just
left.
go ahead and take it because that was my call. Yeah.
Okay, so if you take the 3 to do this, we still have 1 left and we have a reroll.
I think I want to roll this one because speed and perception is pretty good for me.
Okay, go for it.
Would I be considered avoiding sudden danger?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, because that gives me +1 speed.
Nice.
So that's 8 die for me. There's one thing I'm good at. It's looking at where I'm running away from. That doesn't even make sense.
No, that's okay. You're
Yeah,
under
that's okay.
pressure.
You're under pressure.
Yeah, I'm really good at running away. That's 6.
6? All
Yes.
right.
Doesn't happen to be a boost, does it?
Yeah, that's a boost.
Do you want to
see
use
that-
it or do you want to add a karma to the pool for that boost?
I can use a boost to give me more to do
You
it
can, yes.
faster.
Yes.
I will do it faster. I'm gonna
All
lose
right.
this guy.
Yeah, lose him.
You take off, and what you see is up ahead of you, there is a tower, and on the other side of that is a taller building, possibly someone's home. You could leap from the tower and use it as a way to acrobatics back and forth down. It's going to be a 3 challenge acrobatics test. And I'm doing that because you're boosting speed. So basically, acrobatics, and you could leap your way down, leap from building to building and get down safely.
Okay. So I need to roll a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's like athletics and speed. Is that what we're doing?
Athletic speed, however you want to do it. Athletic stealth would also work if you're trying to do it silently. And athletic strength would even work because this is definitely requiring a lot.
Um, I will attempt to do this with, I think, speed and stealth is just the best way to do it because I don't want to alert more guards on the other side of the wall that I'm coming down this way.
Okay. And does he have any karma left he could use?
We have one. Do you want a karma?
We only have one? I thought we had
No,
3
you
because I didn't use it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't
he
use
didn't end
it?
up using it.
I didn't
No, he
use
didn't.
it.
Oh, okay. Then we have 4 because John gave us one. So yeah, go ahead and use one.
Okay, I'll use one. Oh.
I
One,
don't know if that's a good
3.
haul or not.
I know.
That's a great one. That's another
Yeah.
6 successes.
Woo!
That's a boost.
Nice.
Would you like to do this with a little bit of
panache?
a little bit
A
of
little
panache?
elan.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Artist.
Now I'll do it with panache.
Yeah, now he's having
Okay,
fun
so
with it.
you
So you're gonna
run,
have another karma?
outrunning him
Cool.
on this roof, and as you hit the end, you leap off and begin to spring outwards, your feet flying past your head, touching on the wall of the building across from you. You leap back towards the tower again, colliding with the tower. You strengthen all the muscles in your leg and yet again leap out towards the house. You collide with your feet into that again, going tumbling head over foot. And on the last 10 feet, you run down the side of the building and onto the ground. And that is when you hear in your head something. And a voice calls out to you and says, "Feed me your enemies." And you look down and you see your bow that you had collected is in your hand.
What?
Looking up above, you see that the ninja is far behind you, but he has started the initial leap from the tower over towards the house.
Murder! Murder!
Feed me your enemies is what it said?
Is this the
Yes.
bow that we got after that one fight
Yeah.
in the woods
Uh-huh.
after the fangs had destroyed that village?
The ironwood bow? Yeah.
Yes.
This thing's gnarly.
It's from Critical Role Season 1, I think.
Oh my god. Jeez. It's Craven Edge.
Murder! Murder!
Yeah, if I'm spinning, if this is all happening in slow motion and I'm hearing that, looking down at the bow in my hand and then turning around and seeing him flying through the air, could I clip him in the leg as he's flying through the air to make him pursuing me that much harder?
Certainly. Go ahead and make a marksman test with whatever you want.
Ooh.
I hope those are generic, off the rack arrows that you're using.
Yeah, no, they're all signatured. They have bright red feathers on
Yeah,
them.
And
they
and when you launch it and it hits its target, it goes boom and like a big blue puff of
says your
smoke.
name on it.
I mean,
Little
if I
fireworks
wanted it
shoot
to, it could explode in a 10-foot radius, but I don't think that's necessary.
Kyo's just gonna be like, maybe next time tattoo an arrow on your arm so you can use one that'll come back to you.
Ooh.
Oh, I could have done that. I didn't think about that.
What did you end
Mr.
up?
Archer?
Yeah, what did you end up rolling? You're using your marksman and what?
Marksman and perception because I wanted to hit his leg specifically.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
All right.
Oh, David gave us a karma too.
Thanks, David.
Thanks,
All
David.
right.
Thanks.
You, the bow seems to draw energy from you, and it's almost as if it wants to do the extra damage.
Okay.
So if you want it to not do anything, you're going to need to make a, I'm going to say, a key with your, I'm going to say discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah,
This bow's naughty.
it wants to overpower your action.
That's naughty, Ironwood.
It's naughty.
So I either take the damage and let it do its thing, or I try to fight it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the most mental fight ever. It's the
I-
most mental bow
Yeah.
fight I've ever seen.
I will. Leaving a body behind is going to cause as much problems.
But hungry bow.
Yeah, Bo.
Yeah.
Bo is hungry.
Let him eat this man's leg.
Bo needs food badly.
I'm going to say that because of all the craziness and adrenaline that's pumping through Takumi, he doesn't have the headspace to stop it from happening.
Okay. You
Feed the
don't argue
bow.
with it, and you
Feed
watch
the
as
bow.
you point up in the air and ready the arrow and fire. The arrow hits him in his leg, and where the arrow essentially flies straight through, cutting the leg off. You
That's
take
fine.
You take 3 points of damage, and the arrow continues to fly. The serpent collides with the building, unable to recover, and falls the rest of the way to the ground in a splosh as he just lands.
Splosh.
Wash.
Yes, that's
I just splashed a man.
yeah, that's about 50
My-
feet of deadfall.
My head
Oh.
cannon is imagining Ashitaka from Princess Mononoke.
He looks up at you, blood coming from his eyes and his mouth, and he mouths the word "how" as the arrow falls from the sky and impales his head to the ground.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh
Some
my
magic
god.
bullet.
That's metal.
Oh my god.
Takumi, you killed that dude.
Takumi. Oh, we're all just
That
like
was awesome.
we're all just in the house going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Where's
Nobody's
Takumi?
going to believe me.
Takumi,
We'll probably believe you.
you kind of chuckle to yourself in your head along with the bow.
Oh.
That's not good.
He's going dark. John's gonna throw in a new stat.
Season 2's getting dark.
That time
Ooh.
skip was brutal.
Man,
Okay.
I thought I was gonna get eaten.
Bo burps.
It seems
Feel
I picked up
better.
a personality trait over the past year that I didn't know about.
Your mom's not
okay.
gonna like this.
Hey, your
Or the
mom's
bow
boyfriend's really going to
effect.
be disappointed.
Yeah.
Not
Essentially,
my mom's
what I'm
boyfriend.
going to tell you is that the bow, it is an old weapon that has a spirit of its own,
It's
And
a
it is-
sentient weapon.
and it is going to argue with you about what action should be taken.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. Okay.
But it injured him too, right?
Yes, he
Yes.
did.
It took quite a bit out of me. Um,
But free murder.
Free murder.
okay. I'm just gonna when he asked me when he just mouths the word how in that split second before the arrow hits his head, I'm just kind of going, and then I'm running.
You managed to make your way back somehow, bypassing guards and finding the rest of your team back in their home. For the most part, the guards don't seem to be too active. They are patrolling the streets, looking for someone that fits a description. And everybody, you make your way safely back, and Takumi arrives.
I like
Where the
burst in.
hell
I
have you
burst
been?
in through the door and I
Ah!
slam it shut behind me. And
Takumi, look like you just committed premeditated murder. What happened?
Yeah, what are y'all shook up for? I mean, besides
shook-
all the alarms and stuff.
Did you get out of there before the guards came?
I went in there when the guards came.
When and where?
When and where? You were.
I went to the academy
Why did you go to the academy?
because nobody was guarding it.
Well, we don't need anything at the academy.
Did you get anything from the academy?
Well, because I imagine while all that was happening, we were discussing what we had found. So
Yeah.
Did you see Chet just like call out a guy out in the middle of everything before God and everyone?
I'm gonna get away from. I'm gonna stand back up, basically away from the door. I'm gonna.
Guy hands you a lychee juice.
I'm gonna down it. I don't know if it's a drink or a food. I just down
It's
it.
a drink juice.
And I look at Chet and go, "What on earth? What the fudge?"
he was a serpent,
you made him mad, Chet. He's
most
cussing.
likely a fang.
Well, I pull out the dagger. Yeah, you're right. But what the fudge?
Ooh, I want to see that.
Look,
I'll give Ranto the dagger.
I was in shock, and I just let my base instincts take over. It was a mistake.
I thought you were enlightened now. Come on, Chet.
Yeah,
Work
what
with
was all
us.
that?
Work with us.
Maybe you were like doing a real good job about, hey guys, maybe let's slow things down and not go head first in the situations. And
That was
And then
before
you-
the fangs were here.
it would have been a good time to keep not going head first into situations, especially because the things are here. But you
Okay,
didn't like the shoes.
Well, after he did that, all of the guards came out. The entire city lit up.
We
So
saw
I
that.
figured, what the heck? I'd go look at the academy and see what's up.
And what's up?
The guy that you yelled at is was the Grandmaster's twin.
The headmaster's twin?
The headmaster's twin. That's the
Oh,
one.
see, we thought it was the
Secret twins?
We thought it was the headmaster.
We got to deal with two of them.
Not
Yeah, that
quite.
would suck.
What happened?
Well,
You
we'll
showed
get
us
to
the
that.
dagger already, right?
Yeah, I showed the dagger to.
got it.
I pulled out the dagger and Ranto currently has it.
I think we're here. What happened?
So they talked for a little bit. The guy that was messing with you a while back in that alley back in Danketsu
Okay.
was at the academy.
Oga's here. Where is he?
Not
Is he still at the academy?
No.
Did he get kidnapped? Is
I
that why?
don't know. I don't think so. It looked like he was there for a reason. I don't know the reason. But he's, what did they call him?
Master's page.
His page. I don't know who the master is. I think they were, if they really are fangs,
Probably that guy that tried to kill Chet in the alleyway that one time.
possibly. But the twin was wanting that guy to go into the forest north west of here. And then when he left, they talked about something that your rival didn't know about. Like he's being used for something.
It makes sense. He's really dumb.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna touch that. But when he left and the twin went to the palace, I snuck up into the headmaster's office.
Cool.
Where I found that dagger, and I turned to Guy and these papers, whatever this chicken scratch is.
It's a cipher. You immediately picked up on that.
Oh, yeah, Guy is like,
puzzle.
"Woo!"
Homework.
Yay!
And then after that, it's kind of a blur, but I think I may have killed the headmaster.
What?
Wait, what?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
No, that's not what we do. We're not those kind of ninja.
Okay.
No way.
What?
What would you really do?
I
You know- No, he's going to pay us a lot of money tomorrow.
oh,
Maybe.
Actually, you already got the money.
Oh, did I?
Well,
Praise.
then we're good.
That's awesome.
that's good. Because you're not getting anything else from him. I took a shot at one of his legs to keep him from following me because he saw me leave the academy.
And he's bleeding out in an alleyway. 'Cause
No,
he saw you, right?
he saw me, but he was in the air when I shot him. My arrow cut off his leg.
What? Arrows don't cut off legs. This is.
I'm really
Are you okay?
good.
Are you feeling good?
I have never killed anybody before.
Okay, I mean, just because he's missing his leg doesn't mean he's dead.
Doesn't mean he's
He
dead.
fell and splat on the ground, and then my arrow somehow landed in his head hard enough to pierce it.
The same arrow, or you
Oh,
shot another
no.
arrow. How many arrows?
I only shot one arrow.
I would do it.
That-
And this is your Takumi branded arrows, I assume. So there's just your name just stuck in some guy's head out in the alleyway. You're being
I'm
awful
not-
calm for this.
No, I'm not
think he's
that
in shock.
stupid.
You got your arrow back?
No.
You
I don't put my name on every single arrow.
That was
Just
just
on
that.
your underwear.
That was just that one time when we were kids.
Yeah, because I wanted to know what was hitting you. I wanted you to know what was hitting you.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Um,
That's a lot.
Sounds
It's
like-
good job. Good. First of all, start out with a compliment. Good job getting all that information. But hey, what the fudge, Takumi?
Oh, now you got Chet cussing. I don't
Ah.
know what to do. And I am gonna grab a cloth, one of my textiles, and I'm going to wrap up the fang dagger, and I'm going
Hey.
to. No, you don't need it. You don't need it. We're going to need to take this back. Sometimes these things are poisoned, and so wash your hands? Both of you, please.
No, I don't.
Are you?
Seems something important's going on in the woods. Onimaru's probably there with Koga, and we probably need to lie low for a little bit.
Yeah,
Who's down for a trip to the woods?
I always loved the woods.
I have so much adrenaline pumping through now.
Well,
It's insane.
I don't. I think it's gonna look. Do you think it's gonna look more suspicious if we leave now? Kyo's gonna go. Is there a window?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the window and I'm gonna look. Are they still loading phosphor flares to light up the town? Are there still
No
guards
longer.
outside anywhere?
There are guards wandering, but they let me see really quick if they haven't located the body.
Oh, yeah. That was my question. Where did the body fall in all of that? Was it outside of the wall?
Plummeted right outside the wall.
Oh, fudge.
So we might have some time, but we don't know how much.
Yeah, they haven't found it yet. There hasn't been any more alarms or anything.
This is a legitimate question, Kyo or Takumi. Do your arrows have? Do they all look the same? Like, do they have the same fletching on them and stuff? Like, are their tips the same? And
Are they stylized?
yeah, are they unique? Like, if they come here or they see you with a bow, which I know we haven't been armed when we've come into town, but if somebody sees your quiver, are they going to be able to match it to? Because I find this quite fantastic tale, quite fantastic, but
no, I do too.
I'm going to operate as though you're not hopped up on fang poison.
Yeah, I grab him by the shoulders. I look up because I'm little, and I just go, pat.
Oh,
snap out of it. Did that help?
Okay, I thought we agreed no interpersonal violence after the shuriken incident last at the
I
at the
don't
Inks.
recall.
That was just his cloak. I'm assuming GM because I don't know too much about the way of how Virtuous Bodyguarders does things like this. But I'm assuming that since a lot of what we do is through tattoos and whatnot, while the ammunition, is it fair to say that while the ammunition that would come out of like a tattoo or something like that could be stylized towards the particular person and that variation of the tattoo, the ammunition that I'm shooting out of my bow is just run-of-the-mill standard arrow, anything that I can make personally in order to cut down on paying for it?
It would be. If somebody really were to investigate, there's always going to be a question of the location where the fletching or the rod comes from. Different trees, different birds, things of that
See
nature.
that's why
And so
yeah.
this is going to be more of a question for your character, and I will let you set this tone, but whatever you said is how it's going to be from this point forward. And that is, do you go out of your way to have a great deal of a variety of arrows?
In during my time training with the Inks, did I move around a lot, or was I in one location for the majority of it?
You would have moved around a little bit.
Okay. So I think it might be fair to say that I may have arrows from maybe 2-3 most different places, like Danketsu, and then maybe 2 different places that I trained in.
Yeah. Well, and we can
Thank
just
you.
say, like, from the southern provinces, that general area. It doesn't have to be specifically to your village.
Right, okay.
We were just granted a chat karma, so
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Then, do you have any other arrows that look like that arrow that you shot? I know that that's a weird question and it's going to be difficult to potentially tell, but because I'm going to recommend that we leave town quickly, and I'm going to want you to break the arrows that might match and leave them here somewhere in town so it looks like, or just leave them somewhere here in town.
Um.
And we're going to hide the bow.
Right. Yeah. I have a couple of each. That way I can
Okay, well, then,
have variations when I need to. It. Yeah. Could I?
is there a roll for memory?
Yeah. It's like I was thinking. It's like could I in theory, as I'm assuming we're bugging out.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I
Um,
feel that we can without drawing suspicion. If there are less guards here, then I'm going to say I made a contract. I'm just going to say not many people are buying toys, or I'll spend a karma and hope that the guards that come are the ones that I bought drinks for earlier.
Okay.
That
Spend
note,
karma
if-
for that. I will let that go.
Just one, or how many?
You got 2. Spend them.
I got 2. We actually are sitting on. We have 3 more too, and a reroll if we need them.
All right.
Okay. If we're not planning on coming back to this building, I will plant some of the ones that match the arrow that killed the Grand Master, like in the rafters of the building that we're in.
Okay.
Just tie them up in a neat little bundle, and then shove them up on top of the rafter so that they're pseudo hidden.
Okay. Do you want them not to be found?
I would like them to have a hard time finding it. Yes.
All right. Then go ahead and give me the stealth. And let's go with knowledge might work.
Actually, and I'm gonna leave that arrow that he shot. I don't think I ever said I took it down since there wasn't a note on it, but I'm gonna leave that arrow that he shot up there so it's like doubly confusing.
Okay.
Okay.
But I am gonna be
Knowledge?
like, come
Where's
on,
knowledge?
let's those of us, my urchins, dirty up, and let's load the car.
Does somebody with better knowledge want to help me? I have a
I
0
can
in
help
knowledge.
you. I can help you.
I can help you with knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll work on loading things.
While they're doing that, I'm making sure to grab those papers. We're not leaving them behind in the floorboards.
Yeah,
and
no.
I'll actually give them to Guy as well.
All right.
Yeah. I've got a lot of reading to do.
Okay. Who's rolling knowledge for this for me?
Guy.
Kyou was.
Oh,
okay.
I thought you said you were. I have a 3 in knowledge. What do you got, Guy?
4.
Okay, then we'll let you do it. I'll start loading the cart.
1 success with the 4 that dice that I rolled.
Okay. And what did you get, Takumi?
0.
All right.
If we spent a reroll, would the both of us get to reroll?
Yes.
Yep, go ahead. Spent.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Nah. 1 success.
1 success.
Hey, you know what?
As far
That
as y'all
works.
know, it's pretty well hidden.
We doubled what we did last time.
Yeah. And for that, we'll yeah, I'm gonna just be working on loading up the cart and keeping an eye out for guards.
Okay.
I'll-
The guards.
Now-
You do run into the guards on your way out of
Oh.
town. The ones that you bought drinks for.
Oh, hey.
Since you spent the karma.
You gentlemen are up very early. It's for as thirsty as I was last night, I'm not feeling very good today. How are you all feeling?
We're doing all right. Had some sort of false alarm or something.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was woke me up actually. All of that noise. I guess it woke you up too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You find anything?
Not yet. They wanted us to, scan the village. We were looking for some guy out here on his own. Have a rough description. and he looks around the group, and starts to look over at Chet. He starts looking his direction, and he's just like, you know, it's probably nothing. So I guess he gave it up, huh?
Yeah, yeah. We weren't. I didn't get very far with selling my toys here. So what do you do? And well, besides y'all, we thank
Yeah,
you for
yeah,
your
no.
purchases and I still got some candles if you're interested.
Honestly, I think we're good on that. But best of luck to you. You might try heading west. Honestly, south, as far as I know, is still blockaded with the whole war going on. And honestly, there's nothing east of here.
All
I
right.
mean, you're better off heading back in the direction towards the capital.
All right. Well, that's awesome. I think our route, the map that I have that was given to me is it's gonna take us north a piece, and then we'll hook around.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. Y'all take care.
Be safe out
And
there.
they just continue on. Okay. Your group escapes town. And by dawn, you're back in the exterior area surrounding the city where the farms are.
Nice.
And all that remains of what is visible of the town is, again, the smoke in the distance.
Do I see any of these farms offering like carts or anything like that, wagons?
Not really. Y'all still have the wagon you have, but otherwise,
Sure.
no.
But it's a smaller wagon for like only for like goods. I want to get a
Yeah.
big wagon. Okay.
So what is your plan from here?
Head to the forest, I
Hey.
think, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all in pursuit of
Koga?
Goga?
Onimaru and Koga, yeah. Oh,
That's
Okay.
probably not a bad idea.
potentially Onimaru.
Let's
We
go.
also
How? Okay. Oh, go ahead. Everybody say something before you go on, John. But everybody else say what you're going to say, and I'll ask a question.
I was just going to say, we also need to be prepared for the fact that if this headmaster or his twin or whoever we killed is important, that may cause some sort of tension, which I get that's why we're laying down, or laying low. But yeah, we need to be prepared that might cause some sort of stirring in the city, which is what we were trying to avoid. But
Do you? Yeah. Any? Sorry.
no, that was it.
Sumi Sensei's going to kill me.
Yes,
Uh,
she is. Nice knowing you.
Do you tell us, Sam? Do you essentially tell us, like GM, or I guess GM? Do we get kind of word for word the conversation? Does Takumi remember it enough so the think he suspects yet not at all good? Do we get a retelling of that full conversation or not?
Well, I mentioned that it sounded like they were using Koga for something.
Yeah, I know. I don't want Kyo to start theorizing on that if.
It's up to Takumi's character whether or not he would share that information.
I have no reason to hide it.
Okay.
There we go.
And then my question is, GM, how far are we from the Ink's underground village or the underwater village?
It was 2 days travel here.
And then how far to the forest in the north?
It's hard to say. There are dotted forests all over. You're not certain what exactly was meant by forest.
Sure.
It's going to come down to an intuition and travel roll to be
I
able
can
to find
do that. I have both of those pretty good.
Okay.
Let me figure, because my thing is do we want to get information back to the coalition before we head into do we want to give what we have over to somebody with the coalition? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before we head into an area where we might be found with a bunch of stuff. That's two.
You re-roll it.
We don't have a reroll.
So what exactly was your question on that? Are you wondering whether or not it would be feasible to go before you go to the forest?
I want, yeah. You were having me roll to know, like, perhaps what forest
Yeah.
to the north,
So
or if I see one, something. I have common knowledge
because
and
of your
travel.
because
Oh,
of
you know what? You
yeah.
said intuition, right? And
Yes.
this is this random common knowledge?
Yes.
And there's a 10. I get an extra die because of my ocean gift. So that's 4.
Okay.
There we go.
You your gut twists a little bit thinking about this, because there is most of the things that people would consider a forest would not be in this province. It would be the next province over. And so it would be a much further travel.
Like how long?
We're talking over a week.
And
We
what
might-
province would that be?
Let me pull that up really quick here. So I have to find my map. Because it would be the province directly west of where you are. I will say that that would also be, if you bring this up to the rest of the group, that may be, in fact, the forest where the Pack of the Black Moon Hidden Village once was.
We're gonna go on like a little journey where we all visit our like home areas.
Now
Is
that said, this takes you in the opposite direction of the next village you're supposed to go to.
The haunted one?
Yes.
Well, we're not.
I
don't
don't
think
know
we're
if we even need to
necessarily-
do that anymore, since we
I-
feel like we
Yeah.
figured everything out in this place.
Well,
I like-
that's the
Ugh.
thing though. We left in such a hurry with evidence of something.
Well,
With at least evidence of the Fang being involved in the city in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
yeah,
But we don't know what Ranto found, and we don't know what is hidden in the cipher that I found.
But Guy is looking into that as we speak.
Yeah, but if we leave the city without getting the stuff that we want, we would have kicked a chicken coop and then found a whole bunch of other random information and then left.
This is
So
true.
what we can do is take this time to travel after Koga and potentially the village, and let Guy have time to decipher and go through all this information to see if we have anything viable, and then come back as needed.
We don't
or
necessarily need to come back. We don't necessarily need
Yeah.
to come back because I have friends in town now.
Oh,
That's right.
that's right.
All I gotta do
Did
is
you
just send
leave
them.
I was gonna say, did you leave anything behind for them to know that you left, or did that matter?
I don't know, but I figure that I'll find a way to send word to them. And so we spies have our own little network of communications.
Little network and chitter chatter.
Okay.
Little
Well,
birdie told me.
All this said, to your east is the Black Veil province where Arashi Port is. And to your west, it is the Cradle of Life province. And the village or the forest was located off of Lake Hegan. And that is the Haunted Woods.
Oh, so there's more ghosts there.
And potentially Dog Village, though everybody.
Dog Village.
Sorry, I hit a button. Sorry, our stream went to the countdown for a split second. Whoops.
But I guess we should also ask Chet, how important is it to you that we try to go after Koga and see what's up?
I think
Very.
finding out what the Fang are doing here is very important.
Okay, just to refresh my memory, we're pretty sure that the Fang, that Koga and Onimaru are part of the split from the Serpents that went
Absolutely.
to the
They are
Fangs.
specifically called Onimaru's fangs.
That's right. Okay. Just making sure I had that in my brain right. No, I think we definitely need to go check it out. I wish we had a different cart. I don't like having all of this sensitive information in this little cart that's filled with children's toys.
Now
Well,
remember, the village, the hidden village of the Virtuous Bodyguarders is 2 days travel.
That's why I'm saying I think we need to go to the Virtuous Bodyguarders
Mhm.
and drop
And
off.
it's 2
Yeah, it's only 2 days. It's a different direction, but I mean, we're gonna spend a week
Well,
going.
no. The Virtuous Bodyguarders village is to the west. So is and
The Cradle of Life province is also to the west.
to the northwest.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well then, yes, if that's the case, then yeah, we should drop off what we have and what we know there. And if I live through talking with Sumi Sensei, I will go with y'all to find Koga.
I think
Otherwise I might be dead.
you did fine. I think it's gonna be okay. But you don't tell us about the bow, right?
No, I didn't say anything about the bow.
Okay, I didn't think you did. No, I think we need to go back to the Virtuous Bodyguarders and get word back to the Coalition and to Akakage and Ayama. And I think
Okay.
that should be our... And see if we can't get a cart, or if... Does anybody here have craft?
Yeah.
You have craft? But is it specifically fletching?
No, I just have crafts. I
Okay,
mean,
cool. I couldn't remember how this game did it. Because, like, if we could just build onto this cart, I would also be fine with that. I think we need something bigger to hide stuff in with, compartments and things that aren't just a toy cart.
between
Uh-oh.
between
Who'd we lose?
Oh well,
Lost
I was
guy
about
again.
I was literally about to say his name again and he left. This is the second time that's happened so far.
Guy, no.
But between welcome back, Toan. Between my crafts and Guy's crafts and knowledge and whatnot, we should be able to come up with some way of maybe a hidden compartment or something on that.
Yeah, no,
like that.
I would like to. Yeah, I would eventually like to expand to a. If we ever get back down south, this is kind of out of character, but if we ever get back to where we're from, I would like us to get an actual like merchant's cart that like people can ride in, and that we could, and maybe have some not ramshackle, but have spaces to sleep in, if we needed to.
And I have a horse, so we can get her to pull it.
Yeah. So, that's
right.
my goal, but
I think this is a great point for us to go ahead and pause the story for now.
so much stuff.
That was scary.
And so just also because I want to make sure for my players that y'all know going ahead, because these are things that obviously it's 2 weeks between games. There's ways that we can forget stuff, and so I do want to make sure that you have a plan, but I want to make sure you do remember that the task that was put before y'all was to investigate these two individuals, to find out if the individuals are responsible for the poisoning of a noble who is trying to start a people's rebellion, and also if they are not, to try and turn them to the cause.
Right.
So
Well, we can't go back
Whole
to
city.
this one at the moment.
yeah.
We're gonna wait for some stuff to die down.
And in the meantime, another pretty interesting mystery has opened itself up.
I mean,
It could all be connected too.
technically, we were not made aware of the war until we got to the virtuous bodyguarders, right?
No, you were aware of the war because all the fangs have gone missing.
Sure, but we weren't. But didn't the virtuous bodyguarders give us more information, or did I? I guess I
You may
did.
have.
I did that. I did the shadow puppet show
Hmm.
in the first episode. But okay, then I'm still gonna talk. Yeah, I still think virtuous bodyguarders is the best option right now. And then I know we were supposed to investigate Igurashi Juro, but I also think finding this information and that someone relatively close to Igurashi Juro is affiliated with this war, then we have a whole other thing. Because isn't Sumi Sensei going to want? Their big concern is that there's something going on up there that's going to draw the Imperial forces, right?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah,
If the Serpent War spills over, the Imperial forces are ready to step in.
If
That could be.
if I remember correctly, the recoiling serpents are like masters of using poisons, aren't they?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they
Oh, yes.
that's why
Oh,
that's
yes.
why Kyou is like, oh well, this is I don't know what you're gonna find, guy, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna find out that this is where this is what it's been going on. So
I'm looking forward to deciphering this.
yeah, I'm looking forward to next episode where we actually get to dig into some of that. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
all right, I'm putting
Oh,
buy
yeah.
a wagon in big letters on my notes, and also remember task.
Okay. So next episode, I'm gonna let my players decide which direction they're going. If they're heading off to, obviously, I think y'all are going to be starting at the
Virtuous
Virtuous
Body, yeah.
Bodyguarders village, and then where you go from there. So next game, we will start with y'all making it to the Virtuous Bodyguarders. So just
Cool.
tossing it out there for everybody. That said, just want to toss out a few little things going on right now. Here on the channel, Tuesday nights, we have our Tome of Isolation, which is a series of games where we do solo player games. Right now, we are going through a series called The Night Road, I believe.
Yep.
Which is set in the Vampire the Masquerade. And so it uses that system to tell a story, which is playable as a single player and does it as almost a choose your own adventure kind of novel. Then also on our alternating Thursdays, we have our Illuminated Page, which is our Call of Cthulhu, the Masks and Nyarlathotep playthrough. And I definitely recommend coming in for that. We are going into the holiday season, so some of our shows are going to be going at weird times.
Yep.
Obviously, this show right now we did today, so that we're going to be rebroadcasting on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So we hope that tell your friends if you enjoyed this show to go and watch. It'll be a great opportunity.
When you're done with, if you're stateside and you're celebrating a holiday on this Thursday, and if you get tired of hanging out with your family and you're not interested in the foosball game, then please tune in right here at twitch.tv/Quiett Gentleman with 2 T's. And watch that. It'll be at 6 p.m. Central Time. This rebroadcast will start sharply. And it will be good to get some more info from folks if they watch it again and catch stuff that we missed in the playing of it. But yeah, this Tuesday we have Night Road. Next Thursday we have this again. Then we have on Friday night the Quiett Gentleman himself will be playing Celasta Crown of the Magister on Friday night for Matt Plays. And then our schedule will start over the next week. But we really appreciate y'all for tuning in today.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely. And we will be doing a special Christmas game, I think, of some sort will
we
be
do.
coming
We
up.
have a 2-episode Christmas game scheduled for December. We don't have a cast for that yet, so if anybody in this game right here would like to be interested in that, it will be a Fate Core game. But it's gonna be soup's fun, and that will be on December 12th and 19th. And our other Thursday night show will be ending its season in 2 weeks. The week after our next episode of this show, it will wrap up. So,
Yep. And then we will have some announcements coming of other shows that will be starting up. So
Yay.
some exciting news. All right. Well, I think that's a great point for us to leave it off. And just retossing it out there, be sure to go check out the Vision Layers Kickstarter by Todd Crapper.
Yep.
So, guys, take care, and we'll see y'all in
Yep.
2 weeks.
Bye.
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 Ready for this?